very casual. We were just kind of walking off the field, and he was like, "So what you gonna do?" I said, "I'm gonna come back next year." He was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm excited. Let's go to Atlanta." And I was like, "Yes, sir. Let's make it happen."
Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, and it is officially spring practice. We are here. The Vols took to the field this morning, got that first practice in as we count down to the spring game, which is going to take place on April the 9th. I want to clarify because a lot of you have been asking in the comment section. You've been saying, Boogie, I thought there was no orange and white game. I thought there was no spring game. They are still going to take part in a spring scrimmage. It just won't be open to the public. It's going to be on Saturday, April the 9th. It's going to take place inside of the Anderson Training Center, and it's going to be closed to the public. It's not going to be live streamed anywhere, which is, to me, that's disappointing. You know, I feel like it's kind of a culmination of the spring. We get to see the players take the field. It's just exciting, and it's unfortunate that they're not going to find a way to stream that on their YouTube channel or somewhere like that. There is one way to watch it. They're going to be showing it on some big screens at Volunteer Village at Humanities Plaza. It's at 1 o'clock on Saturday, April the 9th. So if you want to drive down to Knoxville, take it in on the big screen, you can do that. Going to go through the first practice today as the reports start to come in from VolQuest, from Rocky Top Insider, different media outlets in Knoxville. And that's what, just to remind you guys, I'm not some expert. I'm not media. I'm getting these practice reports from different places, kind of piecing it together in one lump sum and bringing it to you guys here. As always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button before we get rolling. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. Just hit that thumbs up down below. Also, if you're new to the Talkin Vols Network, welcome. Like I just said, not experts, not insiders. We are fans just like you. If you enjoy what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live tonight, 6:30 p.m., playing a little NCAA 2013. And also, we can kind of break down this spring practice together. Love getting your guys' feedback. Enjoyed the live stream last night, having you guys come in for the fan call-in. But let's just jump into the reports. First and foremost, I want to make a correction talking about the defensive backs. I had said that Kamal Haddon and Brandon Turnage were going to be out for the spring. I did not realize that Deshaun Rucker is also going to miss the entire spring. So that cornerback group is going to be limited. They're going to kind of almost shades of the linebacker position last year, even though different circumstances. You had players transfer out, players get suspended. The defensive back, the secondary just banged up right now. So we'll see what that group can do. I kind of talked about Rucker taking a step, capitalizing, but again, he's going to be out for the spring. Can a guy like Christian Charles, that's who I'm going to be keeping an eye on. Can Christian Charles, can Tamarian McDonald, can they take a step at safety and maybe push Trayvon Flowers? But another name to watch, Desmond Williams. That's a name I mentioned in the breakdown of the secondary as a guy to watch. JUCO transfer at corner. That's a guy that can really take advantage of so many people being out. We'll see what he does. But also, let's switch over to the offensive side of the ball. All the excitement over the last couple of days, couple of weeks with Nico, it's huge, it's big, but then you just got to dial back in and say, hey, that's a year and a half away. That's fall 2023 when Nico will be competing for some type of starting role. But let's talk about the quarterbacks on this roster today. It's the typical spring. You can go watch the clips, the routes on air. You can try to criticize footwork and pretend that we know what we're talking about. The good thing is going into this spring, go back to last year, all the controversy. It went on all spring. It went on all fall. Who's QB1? Once Milton comes in, it's Hooker taking the reps first. Then it's Milton taking the reps. And then who's going to win the job? Harrison Bailey went first today. Brian Maurer went first today. This year, we know who our guy is. Hendon Hooker is the guy. There's nothing to worry about. It's fun to watch the highlights from today, and you see Navy Schuler out there repping that 21. Like to see that. Taven Jackson getting some reps in, looking good. But like I said, we know who the quarterback, we know who the leader of this football team is, and that's Hendon Hooker. Worth noting, if you want to jot it down in your notebook, some people out there are pretending that Joe Milton is like QB 4 or 5. He's your backup quarterback, and he's going to be your backup quarterback. Unless Taven Jackson really pushes, really shines, it's going to be Hendon Hooker, Joe Milton, and then Taven Jackson. Ideally, we hope it doesn't matter. We hope it doesn't matter. We hope Taven Jackson can sit, can learn, can develop, and redshirt, and then move into the biggest quarterback competition that we've seen in a long time between Taven Jackson and Joe Milton. Let's jump over to the wide receivers. It was interesting to see where they were going to kind of line up. Obviously, we know you've got Tillman on the outside. Some people in the chat, in the comments, always speculating that Jalen Hyatt's going to be that wide receiver number 2. But I just didn't see that. And we got confirmation of that in this first practice. You had Tillman on one side. Ramel Keaton took the first reps on the opposite side as the outside wide receiver. And then you had Jalen Hyatt in the slot. And I think that sets up that wide receiver room to have the most success. You're going to, and, you know, we'll see who ends up in that opposite outside wide receiver position, opposite of Tillman, as we get through spring practice, as we get through the summer. We'll see what happens with Brew McCoy. I believe I saw that Austin Price over at VolQuest just recently said that Brew McCoy was supposed to be visiting soon. So we'll keep an eye on that. I think Brew McCoy is a guy with athletic potential. Obviously, his career's kind of been up and down off the field, but we'll see how that plays out. Then you've also got Caleb Webb, Chaz Nimrod out there on the outside. Walker Merrill was in the slot. Squirrel White clearly is going to be a slot guy. And then Cam Miller also worked on the outside as well. Interesting to note over on the offensive line, Darnell Wright, Dane Davis working on the right side at right tackle today, while Crawford and Gerald Mincy worked on the left. You know, going in to this spring, we talked about who's going to push for that spot at right tackle. We just assumed that Darnell Wright was going to play the left side, but Darnell Wright, Dane Davis working the left, Crawford and Gerald Mincy on the right. The middle was as expected, Carvin Cooper and Spraggins. Addison Nichols also worked both sides of the line of scrimmage. So interesting to see what the coaching staff is doing there on the O-line. Darnell Wright's a guy that can play both sides, but I just assumed he would lock down that left tackle position. One last note, want to bring up talking about the linebackers. One of the big question marks for me going into this spring practice, does Jawan Mitchell buy up? Do we buy in? Do we get the Jawan Mitchell from Texas, or do we get the Jawan Mitchell from last year? And not criticizing him too much, as again, he was banged up throughout most of the year, but the rumors, the speculation, the not buying in, but he did work with the ones. Banks and Mitchell were your starting linebackers. You had Solon Page and Aaron Beasley working behind them, and then Aaron Willis and the freshman Elijah Herring working with the third group. Again, it's spring practice. Doesn't necessarily mean a lot, but just wanted to give you guys the information as it comes in from different places like VolQuest, Rocky Top Insider, etc. Just want to give that information out to you guys in nice one little spot. But we'll see how it plays out moving forward. Again, take it for what it's worth. The media, I think they had access today for about 30 minutes of practice, and that was it. So they're not seeing everything, but they're reporting what they get, and we're bringing it to you. If you have not done so yet, do me a favor. Make sure you smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' Vols Network. You can see it on the screen there. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' Vols. And if you don't like the colors you see, like that white hoodie, you don't like that white TBA Jam hoodie, if you look down below, it's available in gray, it's in navy blue, it's in black, different colors. Just click on the design. You can kind of customize it. But any and all support you guys give, greatly appreciated. Again, that is bonfire.com/store/Talkin' Vols. Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. What are you keeping an eye on throughout spring? Is this something you want me to continue to do? Kind of bring you a more detailed practice report, as detailed as I can get, as not being media. But hit that comment section. Let me know. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.